This is Blossom's Bloom Brightest, a visual novel. I believe it is a Yuri visual novel with the sci-fi elements and, as the Steam page said, a dollop of mystery. This is developed by Renworks, I think that's how you say it, it might be Rene, but I think it's Ren, and published by Darker Studios. This is, I don't know if you'd call it the prototype, or the first version of what will soon be Galaxy Angels, which is apparently an expanded version of this. And let's get started. Started. The button was a little weird. Day 1 morning. Click, ver, click. An ominous looking machine sounded as a large cover-like section of it rose high into the air. I'm guessing this is the machine right here. Let's just take a moment to look around this environment, right? This is RenPy, so I can just middle click to hide the UI. Open current average 8 out. Maybe that's not. Maybe I'm just making stuff up. Systems give the upport 8 biological resent. So pretty simple. Not a hugely detailed background, but you don't really need a hugely detailed background for a basic space setting. A woman with thick chestnut hair. Ooh, hear that? Little chippy tune. Do. An open eye slid her way off the inner platform of the machine. I'm guessing that's her. As she stood up, she quickly straightened her clothes. Finally, she reached out to close the hatch behind her. After several minutes of waiting, 2 more of the ominous machines opened up their hatches. First, a young woman with deep black hair and an eccentric outfit stepped out. Somehow, she seemed excited. Secondly, another woman, she is blinking. I thought I imagined it the first time, but I'm now certain she is blinking. One with curly blonde hair and green eyes, which defied her complexion, stepped out as well. In contrast to the prior woman, this one seemed less happy. The original lady, I thought it was ordinary, took her place and stood in front of the other 2. So here we have our 3 characters. The art's pretty good. It's, I don't know what to say. It's not something that would make me go, oh my god, but, it's good enough that it's grabbed my attention. She seems to be a bit different styled than these 2. That might just be because she is a different character. This is my favorite design. It reminds me of the anime Kanan. I think it was Kanan. The girl looked like this, except she wore like a red tank top sort of thing, and she had, I believe, desert eagles. That just might be my mind creating false memories.
Hello, ladies. I'm Erica Matthews. I'll be your acting captain.
Well, this is Eric Matthews, our acting captain. This voice acting. Well, it was voice acting. Just enough to get you, the idea of what they sound like. Welcome to the Blossom. I do hope the 2 of you had a good rest. They obviously did by their pained expressions. The 2 who stood in front of Erica, why did I think it was Eric? Looked at each other, clearly confused. Both of them took a glance around the room. Eh? Yeah, thanks, but I think there's been a bit of a mix-up. I wasn't told anything about a flight. To be honest, I don't even remember how I got here. Yes, how did I get here exactly? I wasn't told about this either. Regardless, please bring me home as soon as possible. I have things to do. Erica stared at them for a moment before she gave her head a slight shake to the side. No, there was no mistake. You 2 are now the crew of the spaceship Blossom. ID 10564, the mechanic, and ID 10365. 365. You got that backwards. The doctor, correct? Well, my ID is 10564, and I am a mechanic by trade. Possible. I've never consented to this.
Yes.
Consent was neither given nor requested for this mission. If I may be so inclined, I would like to get to know you both better. What are your names? Privates? Your names of your privates? Oh. The quiet woman gritted her teeth with visible contempt, while the young raven-haired girl seemed to be in shock. I see, so that's how it is. I guess it's fine with me, then.
Nice to meet you. I hope we all get along.
My name is Kotoha. Very Japanese name when compared to something like Erika. Actually, I guess Erika's... Isn't that a girl in Fire Emblem the Sacred Stones? What? How can you so easily accept this woman's explanation? We don't even know who she is. Do you even realize the gravity of the situation? Well, if you're in space, there ain't much gravity. The energetic young woman named Kotoha turned to her supposed comrade. It's just a flip. She reminds me of Sombra. Like, that just popped in my head now with this like, kind of shaved undercut thing going on. That black and purple color scheme really reminds me of Sombra from Overwatch. I'm sure I'll think of something that this girl reminds me of in time, because apparently we got Kanan and Sombra. Sure I do, no point in dwelling on it, right? Right now I have all the time in the world to catch up on my anime and video game backlog. How can that be a bad thing?
What the hell? What the hell?
My thoughts exactly. Yet you seemed so reluctant only a moment ago. I was just confused. Hey, come on, tell us your name too. Not a chance, Capitan. Please bring me home as quickly as possible. I apologize, that is impossible. We blew up your home. As Kotoha said, why don't you introduce yourself for now? Being prickly certainly won't be beneficial to any of us. You have to be kidding me. The captain's right. At best, you'll just make us cranky too. It's harmless to share your name, isn't it? Oh, or is it this like an anime and you'll drop dead if you tell us? I don't even know what that anime thing is. No, there's simply no point in telling you if I'm going home. With a glint of pity in her eyes, Erika placed a stern gaze on the distressed woman.
No.
That won't be possible. Please, I ask you to cooperate us for the time being. Can you tell her why it's not possible? Maybe that will, help resolve the situation? My name is Sarah. No.
My name is Sarah.
I gotta do something with this music. It's way too loud for the voice acting. Voice volume's already at max. That's gonna screw with the recording, I know that much, but I'll have to do that in editing.
My name is Sarah.
That's a bit easier to make out. I pray that this ends quickly. I have a wedding to plan, you know. Oh, she's a wedding planner. Wait, what? I thought she was the doctor. For a split second, Erika's eyes drift to the cold steel floor. Oh, nice to meet you. Send me an invite, okay? Sarah twisted her head around in surprise. I don't even know you. Sure you do. She's Kotoha. Congratulations, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Wait a second. She's not a wedding planner. She's the married.
I appreciate it.
Oh, why don't we all get out of here? The damn lighting may give us all headaches if we linger too long. Come, I'll give you a tour of the ship. Level 2. Skip. Static, stable, all areas active. OCB 4, maybe? There's the escape hatch. This is the second hallway. You won't come down here too much. To the right is the engine room. Here we go.
Huh?
Hey, didn't we skip a hall? Level 1, system control, temperature 50, power level something.
Yes.
Don't worry, we'll get back to it. This is the main hallway. Those doors at the end will bring you to the command center. The one next to it is the lounge, and the one closest to us is the kitchen and dining area. You'll spend a lot of time here, most likely. This is the third hallway. All the bedrooms are located here. Life science stable. As well as the laundry room at the end of the hall, and the infirmary is located in that door on the right wall. I don't know, some door. Why don't you two take a minute to claim your bedrooms? Erika walked over to a nearby terminal on the wall and typed something on the keyboard. Moments later, terminals in front of each unoccupied bedroom lit up. Here. All you have to do now is enter a password on the terminal in front of the room you'd like to claim, and just don't forget it, okay? Sure. Kotoha ran off towards the farthest room. Sarah remained glued to the spot with a disapproving look on her face.
Yes.
You two, I'm giving you both a head start. I'll pick last. Harumph. Actually, it was humph, but I like harumph better. And despite her frustration, Sarah nonetheless walked towards the room closest to the infirmary. Oh, I can't tell which one's the infirmary. Lastly, Erica headed towards a bedroom of her own with a smile on her face. Erica stood in front of a large computer. With a press of a button, an audio symbol appeared on the display screen of the gadget. Can you two hear me? I am going to assume so. Can you please come to the command center in 5 or so minutes? Thank you.
Thank you.
Good, you're here. Thank you for coming.
What's up?
Did you need Cap? I guess is what she's saying. That's a bit awkward. I get what it's saying, but it's awkward for me to say that. Sarah gave Kotoha a quick and disdainful glare before she returned her attention to the supposed superior. I'd just like to give you both a quick overview of the command center's control stations. In the case of an emergency, or even a routine checks, I'd likely need your guys' help. She pointed towards the right side of the room. Like your right or my right? I believe, Kotoha, you'd be best fit for this station. It's quite technical and requires a bit of upper body strength for the manual controls. As a mechanic, I'm sure you had at least some experience working with computers. You bet your sweet booty. Okay, that was kind of out of nowhere for me. I love computers. There's so many awesome MMOs to play. Well, this can't be modern day then, because, you know, if you go to any MMO community, all that happens is no one's playing MMOs and everyone's complaining about MMOs. You're not a child. Whatever your generation grew up on, I'm not sure that I like it.
Sarah!
Huh? Child? Hey, I'll be 20 in no time. Odd, I presumed you'd be like 16. I was wondering why they kidnapped a minor. The captain tried her hardest to hold back her laughter. Thankfully, she was successful, though her jaw grew sore. Ahem. I'll assume that this arrangement is fine. Now on the left. Next, she raised her other arm and pointed to the left side of the room. Sarah, you'll be stationed here. It should be relatively easy for you to operate without further instructions. Fine, but you know, I have no clue what I'm supposed to do. Well, it monitors the vitals of the ship. Any errors or systems or damages to the ship will cause a warning pop up the screen. You can also open and close safety partitions. While I'm at it, I may as well clarify for you, Kotoha. You can manually steer the ship, adjust the power and speed outputs, things like that. Sounds easy peasy. Good. Let me guess. In your case, Capitan, you will just sit your ass on that fancy chair up there and not do a single thing, huh? That is incorrect. On the contrary, my role is to utilize the main systems. I set the points of navigation and control the exterior tools like weapons and the excavation tools. Why do we need excavation tools? This is a state-of-the-art spaceship. It is equipped with a variety of situations, especially those that we wouldn't normally account for.
What?
If you say so. Aw, come on, Sarah. Don't be a spoiled sport. We can go dig for fossils on different planets. Maybe even find the signs of life. So, they don't seem surprised to be on a spaceship. Which I guess means that spaceships are just like a kind of everyday occurrence for them. And, yeah. Maybe it's farther in the future than I thought, but technologically speaking, they seem very... let me clarify that. They woke up in like a stasis pod. So I thought, hey, maybe it's like 100 years in the future for some reason. But technologically speaking, even though this is an incredibly advanced spaceship, it seems to be very close to what they'd be used to. They already use the door controls and all that fine. So either it's been, standardized so it's like 200 years in the future, but technology and interfaces are still the same, or it's a short period of time. And I bet your finances would love you even more if you brought home an alien fossil. That's ridiculous. He's an adult.
What the heck?
Don't tell me he's as boring as you. I am not boring, you. Okay, ladies, that's enough. Let's try to get along, alright? We are in for this for the long haul. You're free to spend your time however you'd like for the rest of the night. Why don't you go cool your heads off in your rooms? Oh man, it feels like I was scolded. Now here's the thing. This just popped into my mind right now. This is, because I was looking at this. This is a visual novel. That's what it said on the Steam page. Usually a visual novel involves making choices and that sort of thing. If there's no choices, it's usually classified as a kinetic novel in which it just goes on and on as a story. Usually for a visual novel, you have a protagonist that I, or you, the player, has control of, the player character. So far, we haven't really been given the... We haven't been given an obvious player character. If I had to guess, it would be Erica here, but they both seem to be acting of their own volition and not of our own control. That's because you were. What did I miss? Oh, I feel like I was scolded. You were. Hey, at least it wasn't just me. The young woman quickly shrugged her shoulders before sprinting out the door and giving Erica a wave of goodbye. I hope we can all get along someday soon. Yeah, right. Sarah followed Kotaha's lead and left the room. Sorry, this isn't what I signed up for. What were they thinking? Those two sure tired me out. I'm gonna sleep early. Okay. Am I allowed to show this on the internet? Alone in her room, Erica picked up an advanced-looking PDA and gazed at its screen. Oh, public displays of affection. Let's see, they're asking for status support, alright. Her fingers vigorously tapped the device's keypad. Moments after she stopped, the screen lit up. As always, I can depend on them to give me the best course of action. Or no, I should stop overthinking it. Set the device down and proceed to get dressed. So this is obviously, if we do have a character that we control, it's obviously Erica. It makes sense because Erica was the first to wake up. Erica reached out of the closed fist and tapped on the door in front of her. Kotaha's room was located inside. I'm just going to be talking about the aspects of characters and story and my opinions. Erica obviously knows more than she's letting on with this status report, and she's the one in charge, and she woke up first and probably woke the others up. So if she's the player character, we run into the problem of something I don't like in video games. That the player character, even though we know their thoughts and feelings, we don't know what they know. This is something that really bothered me about Heavy Rain. Spoilers for like, what is it, 10-year-old game, 11-year-old game or something now, I think? Maybe not, maybe it was 2009. I feel like it was 2009, but I don't know. With Heavy Rain, there's a sequence where a character does something that is not directly against his interests, but since there is a game, it is not like a linear story and there's multiple things, the character does something that just makes everything worse for him. Everything worse. In a situation he should have been prepared for, and he was prepared for, but he wasn't in regard to the player character. Because even though you can read the character's thoughts and feelings, you can't realize that the character is doing stupid stuff to himself because the story told him to. and that you're supposed to not do the stupid stuff. You're supposed to undo the stupid stuff he does to himself as a gameplay mechanic. So I don't like hiding stuff from the player character. I remember hearing something, I think this was Brandon Sanderson, a big fantasy writer, talking about how do you hide something from the audience, a big reveal. And he said something along the lines of, you have to make it so that the character is hiding it from the audience. Because if the author, if it's being presented and hidden to the not being presented, if the writing is not presenting it to the audience, and the audience might go, wow, the writing makes me mad. I'm mad at the author. What a scumbag for not telling me what I need to know. But if a character hides it from the audience, then you go, wow, that character's a scumbag. That's paraphrasing, but that's how I feel. A mystery story does not do well when you're the killer investigating yourself and going, oh, who could it be, when the guy obviously knows. Of course, if there's amnesia or something thrown in there, that can work, but I've been going on long enough. I'm probably ending this video, well, you can tell when I end this video. Erica reached out a closed fist and tapped on the room in front of her. Kotaha's room was located inside. Nearly instantaneously, the electronic door opened.
What's going on?
What's going on? Hello. I apologize for the abruptness. However, I was wondering if you'd mind spending the day together. We still know each other very well, and I'd like to remedy that. With her cheeks slightly reddened, Kotaha bashfully flung an arm downwards. Downwards? Of course. I'd love that. Give me a minute, okay? I'm just trying to picture what that swung arm downwards thing is. After Erica nodded at her, she disappeared back into her room. Now we go to Sarah? Nope. Let's go. Wow, what a nice cafeteria. Man, I'm so hungry. You had good timing. Indeed. Why don't you take a seat for now? I'll whip us up something. I'm a good cook, I promise.
It's all on you.
You won't hear me get complaining. I bet you are. You look super mature. Definitely the type who can cook a bangin' home meal.
You have my gratitude.
You have my gratitude. I'm sorely right. This is so delicious, Captain. Glad to hear it. You know, it's just the three of us on here. There's no need for us to be so formal. Kotaha shrugged. I guess not, but to be honest, I just sort of like calling you that. It definitely fits you. Oh? You've discerned that after less than 24 hours together? Definitely. Everything about you screams authority figure. The way you dress, talk, and even walk. Surprised at her colleague's words, Erica blushes and bashfully averts her eyes. Oh, I hadn't realized. They never do. What's next? Let's head to the lounge and watch something together. Let's watch anime then. Well, that's a good place to end. People going to watch anime in an anime-styled game. That was Blossom's Bloom Brightest, developed by Renworks, I think is how you say it, and published by Darker Studios. It is on Steam, it is free to play, and it is a sci-fi visual novel with a dollop of mystery that is taken from the Steam page, and I just keep repeating it because it's easy to say. Yeah, it's an interesting game. Well, it might be interesting. Its premise has something to go on. If you like it, if you like this video, thumbs up. You know how it works on YouTube. Subscribe if you want to see more of me, and check out this game if you want to check it out yourself.